Hello guys, and welcome back to Scottish Dad's Java Adventure. So, going to do it a little bit different today. I've got a bit of an update to show you all the things that I've been doing while being offline. However, the Copper Age has gone live, so I wanted to have a little bit of fun with that. I have got loads of copper. I've been mining it, knowing that the Copper Age was coming. It is now officially live. So, yeah, I'm thinking we might just play about with it, see what we can kind of create from all the various new copper things, and see what advantages there are to it. So that's the idea for today. So there won't be a huge amount of progress getting made in this one. But it could be a little bit of fun just exploring the new Copper Age and everything it brings. So first of all, we will do a bit of an update. So I have been busy down in here, specifically with the farms. So I've brought the portal into here rather than having to go up to the original base to get it. Now, it's obviously been close enough that it's not caused a problem, because when you do come through the portal, you end up at the same place that we were in before. So it's good that I'm not losing the links and everything. I'm not having to do a wee connection extra to get us to this base part here. So yeah, that has been quite good, and it just adds to this future of where everything is going to be underground. Or sorry, under the water, that we're not going to be relying at all on above ground. So yeah, first thing, the portal was there. I've done a little bit of tidying up with the base. As you can see, I've started the tracks. This is not in any way, shape or form complete. It is only powered up to here. That does lead almost to the other portal for the first outpost, but not powered in any way. So I've still got to finish that off. So that is something that I will finish on the offline, and I will show you it when it is completed. However, that is the progress that we have got with that so far. The main one was bringing the portal into the underwater base, so that we don't need to go above ground anymore, and it was very impractical. I've also set up an armour stand so that I can take gold armour through with me as and when I need it, which is why at the moment I am wearing the gold helmet. Those that know means an enchanted gold helmet can be pretty much just the same as a diamond helmet, so there's actually no real loss in protection switching to the gold helmet, but it does help you when it comes to the piglings. Right, coming through here, the tree farm is getting there. I still have 3 tree types still to get: mangrove, cherry blossom, and I can't remember what the other one is. But I've still got to hunt them down. I'm not overly fussed about that. I've got most types of wood that I would need for building things, and as you can see, it's a good one, the dark oak. I'm starting to build up supplies, so this is where I come if I ever need wood or anything like that. Did have an issue with this. It takes a long time to get bone meal out of a composter. So as much as it's cool that I can use all my waste stuff to be able to do that, it's not the best way to get a lot of bone meal if you need it. However, I do have a decent amount of bone meal, and I will show you the reason for that later. Coming over, I've brought some more animals down. So we have sheep and pigs now being able to be bred in here, which obviously gives us access to wool and other types of meat. Just store the various food types in there. Obviously, I've got the wheat farm in here, but we also need to be able to feed the pigs. So I have created a carrot farm here to be able to get that. Now, this that you can see down, this is actually the rotten flesh delivery system from the XP farm. This brings this is the tracks that brings that minecart through. So I actually decided to make a feature of it. Now, because this is a solo player, we're never actually going to see that in action, but I actually still quite like the idea that if it was in movement, you would actually be able to see it coming through while you're in here. So rather than making it a small farm, I thought I would just make a feature of it. And I actually think it looks quite cool. We obviously have sugarcane farm here. So most supplies that we need are now starting to be available underground. Again, trying to take away from this need to go above ground for supplies. I think that's it from the in-base improvements. Yeah, I don't think I've done much else. We've got a little bit of sortage here. Storage. But yeah, not much else. That's the rotten flesh delivery system I was talking about. And it is a shame. It would be cool if you were actually there to be able to see it, but there's no way to automate it that you can do it from there. Although there probably is, I just can't be bothered. So one other thing that I'm going to show you, I have started making progress with the Ocean Monument. It was starting to really annoy me. As much as keeping it true to the original underwater Ocean Monument was cool, it wasn't practical. Too many small rooms. I'd actually created the doorways anyway. If I actually took it back to the normal, there's no real doorways. So I have started knocking through. I've started taking away lots of extra structures that aren't needed. So I'm starting to get proper usable rooms now. They're nice and wide and open for a start. And they're a little bit more practical. I haven't fully decided exactly what I'm going to do with it yet, but it's a bit more practical now. I've started taking a lot of the damage that I put into it away out of it as well, so I've repaired walls so that they look back to how they were originally. However, when you come back through, this is a quick in and out, so I kind of felt I needed like an airlock type system to be able to get in and out of it. I didn't want to do the door system that I've done with the underwater base to be able to get in and out of the water, because I think that ruins the aesthetic of it, and I quite like it being fully sealed. I was also worried about these guys getting in, so if I left the doors open like I do with the other one, I kind of felt that there was a lot of chance that the Guardians would make their way in, so I didn't want to do that. So instead I've got a below ground airlock, and this is a nice easy way in and out of the water if I need it. Upstairs I've not really done too much with. Upstairs, I say that upstairs, the first floor, haven't done too much with. What I have done though is I have created a little main track system in here. Now you might be wondering, what do I need the main track system for? So I will show you. We get in and we push the button. We'll head off on our little travels. It's not long, it's actually quite short. It's mostly just to get down below, but it's there. I didn't actually realise that this was as close to the Ocean Monument as I thought. I probably could have just went ahead with one bubble system. However, I've got my bubble lifts. You know, Scottish Dad loves a bubble lift, and it takes us down to here. So if we wait around for a little bit, you will see what this is. I liked the fact that this was so close, although, as I said, it was actually closer than I realised. I probably could have got away with just doing a bubble lift straight from the Ocean Monument. Right, this is taking a while. The reason it's taking a while is because I actually brought it down low, so instead we will come out here. If we park ourselves here for a little while, it works better. But basically, I mean, I was going to show you if they appeared, but it's a skeleton XP farm. With the main reason behind doing this, it's probably made some appear now, that I can get bones. There we go, they've started appearing. I've got a 10 block drop, which is why they don't always generate if you're in this room. You do have to go up to that little area to kind of make them generate, but it works exactly as you would expect. Skeletons drop down from above, you kill them here. If you wait long enough, you can do it in vast numbers. Hopper system below brings everything along to here, and you get your bones, arrows, and your bows but I don't need bows. I've got my Infinite on this one, Infinity, sorry, so that's pretty much, and Unbreaking, it's going to last a really, really long time. I don't need arrows either, so at some point I'll probably work a way to get rid of these as well. It is mainly just for the bones. It's not actually great for XP. The zombie one is far, far better for XP, even though I have set it up as quite a wide area to be able to get quite a lot of them. I actually find that the zombie one is far, far better. It's quicker at producing them. This one actually, even though if you sit right up at the top, it takes a long time for the skeletons to come in numbers, so it's not as practical for that. However, look at all the bones. Basically, I've got unlimited number of bones, so this is the new way of getting bone meal if we need it. So if I take a few of them out, yeah, you can see the bones starting to appear now. We'll get rid of those, and we will just fill that up with bones, so that's all that comes. You do have to watch the clog, so this one can clog up if you don't empty it of the bows. And I've just been dumping them in there. But bone meal, yeah, we can get as much bone meal as anybody could ever need, which is ideal for the tree farm. Because of the enclosed space, the trees tend to grow slowly, naturally. So it's actually, yeah, I've taken too much there. It's actually better to use bone meal on them rather than just letting them grow themselves. Good old bubble lift. And good old minecart. Take us back to the surface. So yeah, that's what Scottish Dad has been doing offline, while you guys haven't been seeing it. Some good improvements, some practical improvements. The fact that we had the skeleton farm, it felt a waste not to use it, and it's actually given a practical reason for having the Ocean Monument, although eventually the Ocean Monument will get properly used. I just still looking for ideas around what I can actually use it for. I think I'm probably going to add a minecart system to this as well. It gets a little bit annoying having to run along it all the time. There are going to be more buildings coming off of it, so again, it'll become a bit more practical having the long corridor. But for just now, it's a bit of a chore to get back here to the main base. But yeah, that's where we are. So I will dump this bone meal in the bone meal storage area, and then we can get on and look at the various Copper Age add-ons. So there we go, as much bone meal as we could ever need. So I think the first thing that I've been most excited about with the Copper Age is the copper golems. So let's go to our copper, get a whole load of it, and as you can see, new recipes are appeared because we are in the Copper Age. So if we, I believe I need a copper block, just the one, that was too many, and I need a pumpkin. I don't know, yeah, I had a funny feeling I don't have pumpkins here, so I'm going to have to go up to the first base. We'll do some other stuff over here. So we have the armor, obviously. We can make full copper armor now. I believe it lies somewhere in between. Do we have a stand? Should have an armor stand in here I can use. I believe it lies somewhere in between leather and iron, so it's not practical. I think if and when we do use it, we will probably use it for display purposes and such, and just for aesthetics, just to make something look nice. I did have more armor stands. Where are they? wood making more when I know I've got some somewhere? Ah, that's fine, we'll just make some. I've got plenty of wood now as well. Here maybe? Yeah. Right, so I believe I need a stone base. It just sticks. Yeah, it's just sticks, so... Oh, it's polished stone. Well, that's annoying. How do I get polished stone? In fact, did I already have? Sorry, smooth stone, not polished stone. Honestly, I am getting awful at this. I've been using the controller again recently, so I've kind of lost the ability to use the mouse and keyboard again. Right, there we go. It was a long time to do it, but we got there. Right, if we have that one there, let's put the copper one here. So, copper armor, done. We have copper tools. We'll make one of each thing. Again, not for practical reasons, just purely because we can. So again, strength-wise, they're not the strongest, I believe. If you compare it, so my diamond one at the minute is plus 26. Now that is enchanted, whereas this one is plus, it's 3. It's rubbish. Or it's 5 attack. To be fair, it's only a little bit less than the attack. 1.2 attack speed, so yeah, it's okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. If all you had was copper, then I suppose you could use it, but yeah, not the most practical. Annoyingly, you can't actually use the stands to display these, which I thought was a shame. However, there was another update, and that we can. So the other update I need wood for. In fact, we've already got them there. Oak shelves. I'd already made some offline, so that's actually a good shout. Let's take the copper tools back. And what will we do? No, we'll just put on this. We will display the copper tools. Sword, pickaxe, and we'll go with the axe. Oh, pickaxe there then, and spade, and oh, so there's your copper tools on display. I do like the shelves. I like the fact that they're a bit more practical than picture frames, I think, for displaying things. I may actually get to the stage where I switch all of these out for shelves, because as you can see, like with the wooden one, for instance, I have multiple things in this wooden one. It's not just wood. With the shelves, I would actually be able to show that I've got the multiple, so I quite like that. I just think they look really cool. I think they look really, really good as a display thing. So yes, that's another thing from the copper update. However, we want a copper golem. So, in fact not. I have found actually, rather than using the boat to get back up to the original base, it's actually quicker to swim. Because I don't have to worry about breathing. I don't have to worry too much about breathing. Swimming underwater with the Depth Strider on my armour is just much quicker. Off a little bit. So I should have pumpkins here. We'll take a row of them. We'll actually bring these down to the base. I may bring these and create a farm down below as well. I'm not sure. I suppose I should. If I'm genuinely going to be living the underwater life, then I need access to everything. So I probably should at some point bring them down and add a farm. Even if I combine it with the watermelon, say. Come on, dolphins, where are you? I quite like when the dolphins give you their little boost. How cool does that look when you're approaching it? Here we go. Right. Now, I want to make it in this room. So, first thing, and I need to place one down, but I need... in there. I need shears. Have I not got any shears? No, apparently I don't have shears anywhere. Right. So, we will do it in here. We will lay down copper block, get this, and I believe putting this on creates my little golem! Yay! Hello, golem! Right. Now, if I get this right, if I take these diamonds and put them into his little chest, he should take them and look in other chests in the room and sort them into it. So what he's got in his hand, he should eventually find this diamond chest and put it in. So let's watch him for a little while, see if he does this. He's certainly trying. We've given him a lot of chests to look in, to be fair. He's looking very confused. Come on, over this way. Oh mate, you're lost, aren't you? Come on. Going out there for? I've got one over here. he's lost. Yeah, keep going. Right, so this might not be the most efficient sorting system. I'm thinking the mega sorter from the main world might be a little bit more efficient than Copper Golem. But not as cute, right? Look at him. You're so close. Over here. Look, this one. No, over here. Come on. Right, you're getting there. So close. Right, one more. Yeah. You did it. Right. Now, are you going to remember? No. No. You do not. Surely you must remember. Right. Not very efficient at all. Very cool. It works. He has managed to sort the diamond. Or he will once this is done. There you go. Well done, little guy. So, it works. But it's not very efficient, is it? You did good. Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. Yes, you are. Right. So, Copper Age, we're up and running. We have copper armor, we have copper tools, we have a copper golem. We're going to have to name you. Yes, we are, because you're a good boy. What should we name him? Where are my name tags? My name tag's over at the other base. Yeah. I have to name him. So I've got between now and getting to the base to come up with a name. Copper Golem. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to go with the alliteration route. I think alliteration's too obvious. Ah, I've got a name. I have a name. I'm inspired. I have been inspired. Right. Here we go. I'm going to bring the Nautilus shells and the armor trim back as well. I shall bring that and that and that and that. So I want to slowly but surely move it out of here. Let's bring all these things back over. Ooh, I still need to try and get more Nautilus shells. It's my own fault. I jinxed myself from the other world where I kept saying that they were so common, making jokes about it. But they were in that world. I was getting so many of them. But nothing. Look how he's working away. I don't think I've brought anything over that he can sort. It's a shame. Right. Hello, guy. Right. In fact, no, I will. I think he can sort that. And I think he can sort that, so we're going to give him a little task. But in the meantime, we are going to name him. And we are going to name him. Oh, no, I need to do it on the anvil, don't I? Scotty. I love it. Did that work? No, that didn't work. So yes, he shall forever be known as Scotty. Hey, love it. Oh, you're going to find that there, buddy. It's in here. It's in this one. Right, we'll put the other name tag up. We brought Nautilus shells, that can go there. He's sorting the other things that we have. But we're going to give him. We're going to keep him in a job. Is that it? Yeah, I don't think I brought anything else over that he can sort. However, he can take all the copper and put all the copper away as well. We're going to keep him in a job. We're going to keep him busy. He's our good little guy. Oh, he's so cute though, isn't he? I do love when Mojang do these really, really cool ones. Good old Scotty. Hey! Right, so that I think is going to do it for us. As I said, it was more of an update and then just a little kind of check on what was happening with the Copper Age update. Wrong way. So that is pretty much going to do us. So there should be an update video. This will go out on the Friday. So there should be the 100 Days Challenge one with Kitty Cat going out on the Sunday. Kitty Cat isn't going to have her own creative update this week. We're actually on school holidays, so we won't be around for her to be able to record that, but it should be back the following week. But all other videos should go out as normal, so should see you on the 100 Days Challenge on Sunday. So until then, we'll see you later. Bye.